I don't want to do either of those things.
Yeah, but if you had to, though.
We set the scene. We have a choice. We must decide on the correct answers. I'm Kyle.
And I am Nathan.
And this is If You Had To, though. Hello, Nathan. We are back after years.
Hello, Kyle. We are back. And this time, we mean business.
And it's personal.
It's personal business. We're travelling for business and pleasure.
And this time, it's in the future.
And this time, we've packed our suitcases.
This is the holiday episode. I've got my rubber ducky, have you? Got my rubber ring, got my armbands, I'm ready. I don't know why my holiday is just going swimming.
Yeah, your holiday is just go to the local swimming pool.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the most we can afford. When we say we're going on holiday, we do mean we're just going to the local town sports centre.
Yeah. Oh, I was just going to go down to the duck pond and just cannonball in.
I'm just going to jump into the Thames.
Okay, good luck. You're going to become a mutant.
Yes. I'll probably mutate. I'll merge with the rubber ducky and I'll be an unstoppable rubber duck. Fear me.
Part man, part duck.
Part rubber.
Oh, the scariest thing of all. Part rubber.
Part man, part duck, part rubber. All terror.
Have you seen the film Rubber? And no, it's not a porn. Okay.
Are you sure, Kyle?
It's
We've
not,
all
I swear.
made this mistake.
The film Rubber is a film about a killer tyre. I shit you not, this is a genuine film.
A killer tyre.
Yes.
I will need elaboration on this. Like the tyre, does the tyre take control of the car and it kills people with the car?
No. Okay, imagine just a tyre. Just a tyre in a skip or something. Just away from a car, not part of a car at all.
There's
not part
even
of any
a car
vehicle.
involved.
There's no car involved. Not a bike.
Oh my god.
Not a tricycle.
Oh
nothing.
yeah, that's the point. I'd assumed it was a car tyre, but it could be any kind of tyre.
That's
it could be
of
a tank tyre. Do they use tyres? Yes, let's say they do.
Sure, I think they use those big like rolly wheel things.
So okay, I'm sorry. There was a tyre and a skip.
Well,
you were explaining the plot of Rubber.
I want to go back to your horrible assumption that a tyre has to come from a car. Like your first assumption. You don't think of bike, you don't think of anything else. You go straight to car because that's the norm. Yeah,
of course I go straight to car. That is the norm.
I see your thought process.
When they thought of tyres, thought of cars.
Oh wow, I did not realise your prejudice, Nathan. But anyway, yeah, there's this film called Rubber, and it is about a tyre. I haven't seen it for years, but yeah, it is just a tyre, and it just appears, and I think it kills people.
Appears. Do you see in the movie? Do you see the tyre travel to destinations? Does it get up and just roll?
It just
or
rolls.
Does it just teleport into a place?
No. I think it like lifts up onto its side and then starts rolling along the street. I think
you said it was a killer tyre.
It is a killer tyre. I believe at one point it's in the shower, like a psycho thing. Like this is. I don't even think this was a comedy.
Wait, are you telling me there was that Alfred Hitchcock scene, but instead of a man with a knife, it's a tyre?
It's
on
a
the
tyre.
side of the shower screen?
Yes. I'm sure I didn't dream this. I'm sure this is a real film.
How does a tyre kill someone? Because a tyre without the car is not that tough.
Okay, I know this isn't what we usually do, Nathan, but what we'll do is next time I come to visit you, we will watch this film, and then we will do a podcast review about this film because it's too much for just this.
You're right. It's too much. It will get bogged down.
We'll get bogged down in the tyre-based shenanigans. But anyway, I don't know how we got onto that.
The film Rubber, where a tyre kills someone. I'll show you the film Rubbers, where runaway condoms kill people.
I mean, that sounds great. do they just like jump down your throat and up your nose and in your ears and like suffocate you to death, or what? What is this?
I mean, no, they jump over your head and they stretch over your head and they suffocate you.
Oh, of course,
so they can stretch, Kyle.
Oh, they can. I do remember.
Don't pretend you didn't grow up in a British school. You've definitely seen a teenage boy with a condom over his head.
I was going to say that was every day in high school. At least one kid would come in with a pack of condoms.
Don't pretend that you're better than me, Carl, and you went to some posh primp school where all the kids acted like human beings and not savage monsters.
No, I know the exact image you're thinking of, where someone looks like a bandit because they've put a condom over their entire head.
They look like a bandit / banana because they've still got the point at the top of their heads.
Oh yeah, that would be like a type of criminal, like they're the condom bandits or something, the rubber bandits. And they would get all the coloured ones, the flavoured ones, so they would all have a different flavour and colour to them. Like one would smell of strawberry.
Rangers.
Yes, like the Power Rangers. That's amazing. Right, a brand new TV show we've got to do. We've got to create that.
We've got to create the Condom Bandits.
The Condom Bandits. Do you think the Condom Bandits or the Rubber Bandits? Or the Johnny Bandits?
What's another? I like the Johnny Bandits.
The Johnny Bandits, okay.
or the Jolly Johnnies.
The Jolly Johnnies. Oh, yes. Amazing. So in Power Rangers, they all combine together to make these big, like, Zords. What happens when the Jolly Johnnies all get together?
I don't know, Kyle.
I think we veered way off topic. We haven't even started the show yet.
Wait, this isn't the show? We're not talking about the Jolly Johnnies?
I wish.
That's our other podcast.
That's the other podcast, along with the Rubber Review podcast that we're going to do. At some point.
It's not going to be just a movie review podcast. The whole podcast is about reviewing Rubber. So like every episode, we watch the same movie, do we?
Yes, and it'll mature like a good wine, and it'll keep improving and getting better.
Have to come up with new original points to talk about.
Yeah, we will see new insights into the film every time we watch it.
Yes, insights even the people who made the film weren't aware of.
Yes, we'll start going delirious and like be seeing third levels of this film that never even existed.
We will review it in the way that a Nolan fan reviews a Nolan movie. Talking about the hidden meanings and the genius behind every single scene.
Every second, every teeny little detail that you can see in the background.
You see that boom mic that's hanging from that shot. It's not
that was
a mistake.
Purposeful. No, that was definitely
purpose.
Yeah,
and it's actually got to do with the society's greed and the capitalist society in tire making.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Also, Nathan, there's got to be special features, right? So we can also review the special features and the audio commentary.
They definitely released this movie on Blu-ray with special features.
Hey, who knows? We will find out. Anyway, that's for another day.
How old is this movie, Kyle? If it's all is it really old? Because it might have its 25th. It might have its 25th anniversary where they re-release it in the cinema.
It could be. I think it was. I'm probably way off, but I'm gonna guess 2007. Who knows?
Okay, we've got a while until its 25th anniversary when they definitely re-release it in the cinema, like they do all the classic movies.
Yes, ones that everyone's heard of. Anyway, all of these podcasts and all of these ideas, the Johnny Bandits and everything, are for another day.
The Jolly Johnny Bandits.
Yes. The premise of this show is that we create scenarios for each other, resulting in two possible outcomes. We'll discuss each outcome's pros and cons and decide definitively on the correct answers.
Oh, is that what we're doing here?
That's what we're doing today.
We're not talking about the Jolly Johnny Bandits.
I mean, we can talk about the Jolly Johnny Bandits if you want. If you want to just throw out the premise of the entire show and just to create this new show and...
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay,
and I've just done that. We've just spent the last 16 hours plotting out the entire series of the Jolly Johnny.
It's a tongue twister, isn't
Bandits. You've said it so many times, the words have lost all meaning.
Yeah, we've got the arc for season 1 through 8, and all the character development, and
we're now just pitching it to the major TV studios, and we're confident in that it'll be picked up any second now.
Yes. And while we wait for that, why don't we go and do that other podcast that we do?
Oh, yeah. The one that we've actually been doing is real.
Yeah. So this week, Nathan, what have you been up to? Let's restart that because that's not how I was going to start this.
This week I have. I mean, that's just the sentence. This week I have. Indeed, I have, Kyle.
You were born a long time ago.
Hey.
And an age ago.
Wait, you're older than me. Watch it, old man.
Shh. No need to bring my age into things. You're an old man now, but when you were born...
You young whippersnapper, if it weren't for my knees, I should come over there right now and show you what for.
So you were born, and obviously you were assigned some godparents.
Obviously.
You were assigned a fairy godmother and an evil fairy godmother, as all children are.
I think it was one of the political system put in place in the 70s.
Yes, during the fairy tale reconnaissance. No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Reconnaissance.
That's not what I meant to say. That's the word.
The fairy tale reconnaissance is how they captured all the fairies.
That was afterwards, yeah. They're all gone now, unfortunately.
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher got rid of the fairies.
She did. She ruined the world. First she took away the milk, and then she took away our fairies.
You can, the serious political analysis that me and Carl like to do in our spare time, we can see the link between those two things. She never would have been able to get rid of the fairies if the milk was still around. That's why she went after the milk first.
Yeah. What does milk do, Nathan? Strengthens teeth. Take away the milk, your teeth fall out. Who comes to get the teeth? Fairies.
But wouldn't that mean there's more fairies?
Shh. Now... Stop picking holes in my flawless
I know, the government propaganda has gotten to me.
Anyway, yes, you got your fairy godmother and your evil fairy godmother. And they said they bestowed all these gifts upon you. And obviously your fairy godmother looked at you and said, this will grow up to be the most righteous, selfless boy ever to exist. And your evil godmother, she looked at you and said, no, this boy is going to grow up to be... an evil, despicable child. And so they made a bet.
What are my fairy godparents' names is?
Well, obviously you've got...
we're such good friends, Carl, and I've definitely told you this. So this is a test of our friendship to see if you know their names. Yeah,
you've told me many times. Of course there is Grafilda Goodfaceson.
Grafilda Goodface.
Yes, obviously the good one.
Okay. Yeah,
and Hagatha Ugly Scrongleston.
Why, Kyle? Why, when inventing names, would you do this?
The
names that I told you that are definitely real?
Yeah, that's
Hagatha Ugly Scrongleston.
Of
course,
what
you said?
It is now.
Right,
anyway, yes.
Yeah, I remember.
So
I remember Gertrude. You said it, what did you say?
Oh, Betty and Wilma.
Betty and Wilma. I remember Betty and Wilma well.
Yeah. So they made a bet. If you grew up to be a righteous child, then they would bestow gifts upon you. If you grew up to be evil, then they would bestow a curse upon you.
Ah, I see.
Now, they checked back in on you on your 18th birthday. And do you remember what you were doing during your 18th birthday, Nathan?
I was feeding the orphans and washing kittens.
Not quite. Nathan...
that's what it says on my tax forms.
Nathan got extremely drunk on his 18th birthday and started kissing everyone in the bar before getting into a fight with everyone in the bar and then stumbling out of the bar and passing out in the street. And this did not please your godparents at all.
I did get into a fight with every single person in the bar. And it was... it was... I don't know what I was going to say then. It was an old person's bar.
Okay, sure. It didn't have to be, but sure. It was indeed. You made out with every old person in the bar and then you beat them up.
Wait, so that means I went up to a married couple and made up with both of them.
You did indeed. But you should remember this tragic story, Nathan, because it's probably going to come into play in a minute. And so your godparents, they decided to bestow upon you a curse because they did not feel that you had lived up to the expectations they hoped.
What? Even wait. Even Hagatha Ugly Strongleson.
Or Wilma, as we later retconned her name to. That's what she says for short, yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's how you shorten that name.
Yeah. Even she did not like your polyamorous, antagonistic ways.
I've done all this for you. Your teachings.
Then I shall do this for you. And as she rubbed her hands together, she held out 2 glowing orbs. I can either curse you with this ability, and she says, this ability will make it so that every single person you ever see again, you will have to forcibly, instantly make out with them. Or I can curse you with this ability. And she holds out her other hand. This ability will make it so every single person you see for the rest of your life, you will have to instantly walk up to them and punch them in the face. So now you've got a choice to make, Nathan. Your godmother is offering you...
I've got a couple of very important legal questions here.
Yes.
By every person, do you mean every adult person?
Of course.
I don't... Okay, yes, very good. I just wanted that established immediately before we move on to anything else.
Legally, every person over the age of 18 years old is included in this curse. That
was the small print of the curse.
That was the disclaimer, yes, of course.
That's the fast-talking radio person at the end of all radio adverts.
Yes.
That says all the terms and conditions at the speed of light.
Oh, yeah, there were so many more, but you didn't catch any of those.
No.
So, yeah, you've got a choice to make, Nathan. What are you going to take? What gift are you going to accept from your evil godmother?
Well, you mean what one did I accept? I'm not 18. I mean, obviously I know it's hard to believe of my youthful good looks and my shining head.
Your shining head. Yes.
The symbol of youth and vitality.
Yes.
But yes, that was many years ago, Kyle, and I had to think it over. On the one hand, going up to every single person you've ever met and immediately, forcibly kissing them.
Oh yes, that could get you in a lot of trouble. And
I've checked the legal terms and conditions. No one under 18 is part of this, so that's very good because I'd be instantly arrested and probably beaten to death. But I don't remember the legal terms and conditions mentioning you can't do this to anyone that's related to you.
Yeah, I don't think that was in there.
No, it wasn't. It was very unfortunate.
It did say
I was 18, so I still lived with my mother.
I see.
So I went home that evening, and I either had to kiss my mother or punch her in the face.
Aww.
Yes.
I mean, it did stipulate that you have to. It's when you see the person. So, I mean, if you walked around with your eyes closed the rest of your life, you would be fine.
Would I be fine? It would be difficult to go around forcibly kissing everyone you've ever met because people don't seem to appreciate that, and it would be a little awkward at family dinners. And when I visit when I visit my granddad at the old person's home, and I have to kiss every single person I see.
Starting with the receptionist, then moving on to every single resident and the staff.
Also, I see a lot of people, Kyle. Currently, I've moved to a big city. I'm now a big city boy with a briefcase, and I do a big city walk to work.
Yeah, how do you manage that with whichever you chose?
Yeah, that's very difficult because I see hundreds of people on my walk to work.
And you make sure you look, or are you constantly looking at the ground so that
that is the thing, isn't it? I have had to challenge myself. Now, I've obviously had to test this around a bit. Like once I made my decision, are we going by Medusa rules here? Does it count if I see them in a reflection? Because then I could get those cool spy sunglasses that have the mirrors looking backwards. I just have to walk backwards to work. which wouldn't cause any problems whatsoever.
There you go. I think that's your solution, really. Because
It
I don't think mirrors
took
were
me several
stipulated.
months. It did take me. It took me to my 20th birthday to figure that out. So that for the first 2 years, I did have to either kiss or punch everyone. So what did I choose? Well, I really don't like the idea of kissing family members and every single person on the street. But also going up and punching them would be a bit difficult.
Would not kissing everyone you met be kind of romantic?
I mean, it depends. Is there any terms and conditions on the kind of kiss? Can it be a peck, or does it have to be a full sloppy, I wrap my tongue around their tongue?
No, I think as long as it's like on the lips, you're pretty safe. So you could get away with pretending.
Be very quick. I can just pretend that it's a European custom.
Yeah, exactly. You just like grab them by the head, kiss them. Mwah, lovely to meet you. Sorry, and then run away.
Yeah.
Whereas if
this fun-loving country that we live in, where people are so happy to talk to strangers, they would love that. Just someone to come up to them.
Yeah, you may have to move abroad. That might be easier for you.
But if I punched everyone I ever saw, I would get into a lot of fights.
You would.
I would go up to a couple, punch the wife, then the husband would attack me. I'd obviously have to punch him.
Yeah.
I'd walk past a bus filled with old age pensioners. I'd have to get on the that's the thing. I have to punch everyone I see.
Yeah.
So what about people in cars? As I'm walking down the street, I see someone drive past in a car. Do I have a mental compulsion to chase the car?
Oh yeah, you'll be charging down the street after the car, like grabbing onto the windscreen, pulling yourself up into the car just to punch the guy in the face.
Punching through the mirror, punching every single person in the car.
Yeah, you smash the glass, you punch both people in the face.
The car flips over, crashes. We've all been horribly injured. They start the ambulance have to cut us out of the car, and then once they've pulled us out of the wreckage, I have to punch the doctor in the face who's saving my life.
Now if you kiss the person who's trying to save your life, that could be quite beneficial. They might try harder.
Yes, of course, because doctors don't care if you live or die unless they're given an incentive.
Exactly. Why do you think lifeguards do it?
Of course.
For the kiss. It makes perfect sense.
Oh, I was initially thinking that kissing everyone would be more inconvenient than punching everyone, but I'm now starting to reconsider this. I mean, I think I have made my decision, Carl, and I have decided that when I meet every single person, I must give them a sensuous, gentle kiss.
Which and of course you do every time we meet.
And you remember, I have to do this not just the first time I meet someone, every time I see them.
Every single time. And I kind of like it.
That's how we met each other. I kissed you, called you a beautiful moon, said that one day I would rule the world. And we've been friends ever since.
I mean, our origin story just keeps growing, and people learn a little bit more every time we do a podcast. It's nice.
Like I said, it is difficult, especially in my new workplace where I walk through the busy streets of London. Yes. I have had to get special spy sunglasses with mirrors backwards, and I have to walk backwards to work. But I mean, I have to take those glasses off, and obviously when I work, everyone in my office, when they walk into every time they walk into the room, I have to kiss them. So whenever they leave and enter again, I have to kiss them. And every time I've been told to go to a sexual harassment meeting, I have to kiss the person giving me the meeting.
And every single person at the meeting who's there for sexual harassment.
Oh yeah, because you know how they do those reviews as a group. We had a group therapy session, and I kissed every single person there.
I mean, they would send you to a place for people addicted to kissing, and they would all be trying to get off kissing. You know
those classic kissaholics. Kissaholics Anonymous.
Yeah, those classic. It's like, yeah. I mean, Everyone knows what we're on about. Kissaholics Anonymous. So you would go there, and everyone would be like, trying to refrain from kissing. They'd be wearing their patches over their lips to stop them kissing, and you would charge in, kiss everyone there, make them break their addiction, and get them back into kissing again.
I'd be wheeled in like Hannibal Lecter, but I would break free of the chains and launch myself at every single person in the room.
Yes, of course, because
I mean that's why we haven't done a podcast in a while, Carl. I have been incarcerated in the Institute for the Hopelessly Insane Kisses.
Yes, of course. That classic penitentiary everyone knows about.
Yes, exactly. Built in the heart of a volcano.
Wow. Well, I think it's a great thing that you kiss everyone you meet, Nathan. It's very European. It's very, very in nowadays. Not everyone likes it, and not everyone appreciates it. And
no, I have found that when I kiss married couples, the other person doesn't like it. But then you move on. As they're about to punch me, I kiss them, and they don't know what to do then.
Yeah, that is the thing that gets them. First they're annoyed, and then they're like, "Oh, he likes us both.
Yes.
How do I proceed now?"
I have been invited into many polyamorous. That's not how you say that.
Polyamorous.
I've been invited into many Polly Pocket relationships.
Beautiful. They shrink you down, put you in the Polly Pocket.
Exactly. And isn't that what we're all looking for? To be shrunken down and encased inside a heart-shaped plastic box.
I mean,
isn't that what love is?
That is true love.
Exactly. So I have made my decision, Carl, and I don't regret it.
I'm glad. I think you've made the right decision. Well, you have made the right decision. We always make the right decision. What am I saying?
Of course. It being my decision makes it the right decision.
Exactly.
And it has led to much prosperous and happiness and herpes and many, many, many years of happiness.
Anyway, Nathan, back to the Jolly Johnny Bandits.
The Jolly Johnny Bandits.
Yes.
Well, obviously, we're now plotting out season 2 because we know the emotional arc of season 1 is going to resonate with the audience, where they learn the truth about why they got those condoms trapped on their heads in the first place. That's the backstory. And these 5 bandits got condoms trapped on their heads.
Yes.
And their arc is to escape.
And like I say, they all have different colours and flavours of condom on them. And the very last episode where Banana Barry gets shot, and we have to find out in season 2 whether he lived or died. So we've been working on that.
Well, no, what we find Banana Barry. You just find the banana skin and a patch of blood, and he's been taken away, and that's the cliffhanger. Yeah.
But we're not going to give too much away because, this is gold, pure gold that we're churning out here. So
much like the golden condom, which will be the extra character, the new character that we introduce in season 2.
Yes, but is it
the Green Ranger? He'll be a huge success.
But Nathan, is it just Banana Barry in a new costume? Who knows? You don't find out till season 3, so...
Well, we set up a mystery at the end of season 1, and we don't reveal it till season 3. This is good planning.
It's very good planning. It makes people watch and watch and watch.
Yes, they definitely don't quit from frustration. They aren't answering any questions. They just keep adding questions.
There's so many questions I need answers to now, and we're on the last episode of season 5. What's going on?
Wait, they're all in purgatory now? What's going on?
Or just steal all the best endings from all the TV shows. Everything's inside the snow globe of a little boy who's staring into it.
But also, that little boy wakes up, he walks out of the shower and goes, "Oh, it was all a dream."
Beautiful. And I think that these are the things people are going to tune into the show for.
That scene fades to black out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, mid-sentence, definitely.
Mid-sentence. So I think we've created the perfect show, which is not what we do on this podcast.
Not at all, no.
We've completely sidestepped the point. So with no natural segue back in, I'm just going to force us back on track.
Perfect. Do the scenario, Nathan.
I'll do the scenario, Kyle. Here is the scenario. You, Kyle, you have it all.
I do.
You have the power and influence of a cashew-nade empire.
Of course.
Beautiful wife who definitely doesn't try to kill you in your sleep. And your loving son, Jeffrey, who hears the voices of the dead.
Ah, Jeffrey, my beautiful, creepy son.
But recently, you've realised something is missing in your life. A sense of purpose. But luckily, you open up your daily newspaper, the Daily Boobs, and you saw the following advert after the 16 pages of boobs, obviously.
I mean, yeah, I do prefer to get the double Daily Boobs, the DDB. But
the DDB, of course.
That is just all boobs. It's just front to back. It's just pictures of boobs.
Carl has always shared with me that he believes all news is best described by a topless model giving her opinion of the political state of the world.
Yeah, as long as there's no face, I'm absolutely fine with it. Just the boobs.
Yeah, so long as it's always cut from the neck down.
From the neck down. Neck to navel, that's what I always say.
Yep.
So yeah, usually I would go for that paper, but boobs was all they had. So I guess I've turned to some article that isn't about boobs.
Yeah, well, yes. You've now reached the adverts page, which is mostly about boobs. But there's one advert that sticks out. After the 5 adverts about boob gel.
Boob gel. What do you think?
I mean, you know, when they
No, please tell me all about boob gel. I would like to know about this
boob
gel.
You use for the hairs on your boob.
Of course it is. I'm going to get a gallon of it for my family and friends. That's Christmas presents this year. Boob gel.
Perfect present for your family. But underneath the advert for boob gel,
yes,
you see the following advert. Tired of your boring, mundane life? Do you secretly hate your family and fantasize about drowning them?
All the time.
Do you feel there must be more to life?
There must.
Then seek out Master Kimbo Himbo atop Mount Bloody High, the mountain in the middle of England that obviously everyone knows about. That's like in brackets.
Oh, of course, yeah. And I do know about this mountain.
You do know, I mean, well, everyone does. It's, you know, right in the middle of England in Tankenshire.
Tankenshire, yes, I know it well.
Yes, everyone knows Tankenshire.
It's where they build those tanks, right?
Yeah, it's the national centre for tank building in the country.
It's where we're going to film the Jolly Johnny Bandits.
Of course, it's where we're going to film the Jolly Johnny Bandits, and of course, it is the birthplace of Thomas.
Thomas,
the tank engine.
Of course, yes. Wow.
You had this blank look on your face.
I didn't know whether you were being. I didn't know where you were going with that. I was just like, Thomas?
I mean, I understand the confusion. Thomas is the name of one of the Jolly Johnny Bandits.
Yeah, exactly. He's the green one, lime flavoured.
Oh God, lime flavoured. Oh, we might be running out of ideas, Carl, because we've come to the 4th season and now we've introduced peri peri sauce flavoured.
Yes, yeah, and he's
uncomfortable for everyone involved.
And he's got a really stereotypical Mexican accent, and it's really offensive, and people hate it. We have barreled
into a legal minefield here, Kyle.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about our increasing problems with our studio.
Of course we're not, no. We're talking about
complete control over
this mountain.
We're talking about Mount Bloody High.
Yes.
And you obviously saw this advert, and it told you that the answers that you're seeking are amongst that mountain. So you go to Tankenshire. You know, it's a half-hour drive from every single city in the country.
Of course.
Exactly. Like I said, it's literally in the centre of the country, which means there's a magical portal in every city to get there. You find the mountain and committed to gain a purpose in your life. You climb and you climb for many hours past the skeletons of all who have tried before you. Days turn to weeks, turn to months, until you reach the top.
My beard is as long as my body.
Your beard is as long as your body. Exactly. Your ear hairs have grown into your beard.
Yes, and I've twisted them in with my nostril hairs. It's all just one big mass.
You braided them all together.
Yes.
You look magnificent.
Thank you.
You are atop Mount Bloody High, and here you find a large tent. Kneeling in front of the tent is an ancient old man with an even longer beard than yours. Scraggly, white. He looks up.
I fell to my knees. You are magnificent, sir. I bow down before you.
He looks up at you. I have been expecting you. But then he looks surprised, like, oh, who are you? I was expecting. Then you hear another voice as the pizza delivery boy is like, Mr. Kimbo Himbo. Oh, yes, that's me. He takes the pizza, gives the money, and the pizza delivery man goes into the lift on the side of the mountain and travels back down.
So many days of travelling. A single tear falls from my eye and drops into the snow and freezes instantly.
While eating his pizza, he obviously has to clear a path through his beard to get to the pizza.
Oh, of course.
Well, since you're here, how can I help you? And you tell Master Kimbo Himbo of your feelings of pointlessness, and he smiles. Yes, wiping the pizza off with his own beard. Yes, and he's not offered you a single bite. He's eating an entire large pizza in front of you.
Yeah, and I haven't eaten for days. I've been living off of bugs and things that I find.
You have had to eat your right arm.
Yes, I am. I have one arm and a massive face full of hair.
And then you had to start eating your hair to survive.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I can help you. I will show you purpose and discipline. I will train you in the ways of Kung Fu, legally distinct from Kung Fu.
Of course.
And he does. And a training montage appears as you train over the next few months. And you learn the secrets of Kung Fu, including the secret of how to regrow missing limbs so your arm grows back.
Oh, fantastic. And I'm guessing this is all set to the tune of Eye of the Tiger. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Fantastic.
When your training is complete, you are told to return to your life. And as a member, you have become a member of the Kimbo Himbo House of Kung Fu. And as a member of this house, you have a sacred duty. You must either live the rest of your life with the constant knowledge that at any moment an orangutan ninja will jump out and attack you, or you must live the rest of your life as a ninja and never let anyone see you.
Oh, so at any moment a gorilla ninja could jump out and attack me.
Any moment you must be on constant alert.
Or I must blend into the shadows, become one with the scenery, and never let anyone ever see me again.
Exactly. But you're not allowed to, part of and again, the terms and conditions, you're not allowed to just isolate yourself from the middle of the ocean or stay on top of the mountain. You have to live in society. You have to live amongst people, but still be hidden.
Have to do my daily life, going to the supermarket, doing my usual shopping.
Exactly, but never let anyone see you do it.
That will be very difficult.
And obviously, you're not allowed to steal. And they've got a strict code of conduct in the Kimbo Himbo House of Kung Fu. You're not allowed to steal, so you still have to pay for all the food you buy, but you're just not allowed to. You have to do a quick contactless card payment without anyone seeing you do it.
Yeah, or just leave cash on the till. And I would have to go at times when there's not a lot of people in the store. I would have to sort of crawl on the ground. Trying to get past a security guard when you've stolen something is bad enough. But when you're just trying to get past them to get into the store itself, they're standing at the entrance. That's going to be very difficult.
You would have to be a ninja, so you would have to try and dress and blend in with the background. And because during the day, all black wouldn't work, so you'd have to wear more neutral colours to blend in. You'd have to be wearing grey sweatpants, a grey t-shirt, paint your face grey, and then you can blend in with the cobblestones.
Yes, I could constantly be using camouflage, but then I would have to have like a big set of face paints and clothes with me.
Exactly.
And I would have to keep changing as I would move from place to place. So I would have to, at some point, dress myself up as a shelf with items on it.
You would have to have an expert disguise kit either on you or hidden amongst the country, multiple different locations. You have like a secret backpack hidden somewhere.
Awesome. Okay, so that's one scenario. The other
scenario is you can live your perfectly normal life.
Yeah.
You can dress however you want. You can have whatever job you want. You can continue to live your peaceful, idyllic, family bliss with your wife and the creepy psychic son, Jeffrey.
I can stroll into that supermarket, wave at the security guard, say, "You're right, mate. How you doing?"
Exactly. But if you get too complacent, the orangutan ninja is on you, and suddenly your face has been ripped off.
So I would constantly
been eaten by an orangutan.
I would constantly be on edge, knowing that at any moment this orangutan ninja could jump out from the shadows and tear me to pieces.
I mean, and obviously you've learned the secrets of Kung Fu, so you may be able to fight him off once or twice. But this orangutan ninja would have the skills of a ninja, and no one else would see him but you. You'd be in the middle of the supermarket, right, and 100 people around you, and then suddenly an orangutan ninja jumps out from the shelves. He, like you, has been using the secret disguise kit, and he had disguised himself as a shelf, and he'd been waiting there all day. And the moment anyone turns their backs, he jumps out at you. You get into an epic fight. You manage to survive. He disappears, and everyone blames you for the mess.
No one even saw him. He's blended back into the shadows. So
he's like the wind.
Wow. I couldn't even, walk around with my back pressed against a wall because he could be the wall.
He could be the wall.
Nathan, he could be the wall.
As we all know, ninjas have the ability to blend into everything. He could be a wall. He could be a double-decker bus. I think we might be getting slightly confused with Transformers here.
This ninja means shapeshifter, right?
For all intents and purposes, the ancient secret ways of Kung Fu have taught you how to blend into any environment. He could be a wall. He could be a bus. He could be your own reflection in the mirror.
Wow, he is good.
He's done that thing where he's taken the glass away and he's just perfectly mimicking your position in the mirror.
Yes, it's like every cartoon. Oh, that's amazing. This orangutan is phenomenal at his job.
I mean, and obviously you were told the ancient mythology of the House of Kung Fu. This orangutan ninja was once a member of Kimbo Himbo's team. He was once his disciple, but then he turned against the ways of Kung Fu and embraced the ways of mackerel arts. That's it.
I see. This is a really
mythology, Kyle. It all makes perfect sense when you think about it.
I'll believe you. This is genuinely a very tough decision. It's do I distance myself from everyone, but I'm still around them?
Yes, you can still see your friends and family.
They just can't see me.
They're just not allowed to ever see you.
No, I can leave them notes though, can't I? Saying I still exist.
You can leave
Don't
them
worry.
Notes, you can leave them money. You can do like stuff to try and help them out in their life.
Yeah.
But they're never allowed to see you or know that you're there.
Which is a huge shame. Like, to not be able to gaze upon my glorious visage.
I mean, I have to kiss everyone that I ever see. I'd never be able to kiss you again, Kyle. And that would be a true shame.
I think that's decided it for me, Nathan. I'm not having that. For you, I will live in constant fear of this monster orangutan ninja.
I think you've made the right choice, Carl.
I think I have. But this chair I'm sitting in, it's a little hairier than usual.
It is. It's a little orange as well. Where did you buy that, Carl?
Do you know, I don't even remember paying
Oh my God, Carl!
I apologise if I just spiked the microphone there and blew out everyone's eardrums. I will turn it down when I edit this, I swear. I don't want to destroy our only listener's eardrums so that he can never listen again.
Well, yes. I mean, obviously our listener is deaf. That's why they've been able to listen to so many episodes.
Oh dear, the poor person who has to listen to this. So yes, that is my decision.
I think you've made the right decision, Kyle. And no matter how many times you must fight the orangutan ninja, Ook Ook Oi is his name.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. No matter how many times you must fight Oik Oik. No matter how many times you must fight Ook Ook Oi, I believe in you, Kyle.
Thank you.
That I want to come over there right now and give you a kiss.
I don't think you have much choice in the matter.
No, I am compelled by some kind of mystical force beyond my understanding. It may take me a while to get there because on my way to see you, I do have to kiss everyone I see.
Yes.
It does. Honestly, it takes me like hours to get anywhere.
I mean, like I said, you could blindfold yourself, get a seeing eye dog, and let them guide you around. But
that is true.
You just want to live your life, don't you? You don't want to be, like
Much
me.
like
I don't want to be hiding in the shadows all the time. Neither you don't want to be in the dark all the time. Yeah, exactly. No. That would be a much more beautiful metaphor. I messed it up. Anyway, so we've picked.
Expect me to turn up at your door any moment now, and I definitely won't be an orangutan ninja disguised as Nathan.
Oh, good. I'll let my guard down then.
Yes.
So we've picked the perfect answers. Everyone at home, if they're ever in the same situations that we got ourselves into, they know what to pick.
They do. I believe we have done a great service here today.
Awesome.
And I expect to every single one of our listeners should expect my lips on their face at some point in their life. It is an inevitability.
Those lucky fans. Some fans give out autographs. You give them a full frontal face kiss.
Without them even asking for it. Even with them batting me away.
Well,
The legal implications of this choice are more troubling every second I think about it.
Well, if you want a kiss from Nathan, then I urge all of our fans to like and subscribe the podcast at patreon.com.
It doesn't matter if you do. I'm going to kiss you anyway. And also, if you don't want a kiss from me, I'm going to kiss you. It really does not matter either way. I am compelled.
But yeah, so please follow and subscribe to the podcast. Patreon.com/if you had to, though. You can follow me on Twitter at Kyle M. Bennett. That's Kyle_M_Bennett with 2 N's and 2 T's.
And you can follow me at N Wozniak Art. That's NWOZNIAK Art. It will mostly consist of pictures of me kissing every single person in the country. Or you can find my Instagram, Nathan Wozniak, I believe. I think that's it. I can't be bothered to check right now, even though my phone is right there. It would be so easy, but I'm not going to.
Perfect. And if you follow me on Twitter, you will obviously see all of the concept art for the Jolly Johnny Bandits.
Yes, I mean, and the behind the scenes, the casting decisions. Is this going to be live action, Carl, or a cartoon?
Live action, obviously, yeah.
Obviously, okay. So we need to think.
I'm so glad that we managed to get Keanu Reeves involved.
I mean, it was all a matter of like which celebrities looked the best with a condom over their head, and Keanu blew the rest of the competition away.
He really did, and. Obviously, they need, like in Charlie's Angels, they've got Charlie, who's like the leader, and he sits behind the box and everything. We did get Nicolas Cage to do that, so that's pretty good.
Yes, so Nicolas Cage and Keanu Reeves.
I mean, we didn't even ask him; he just agreed to do it without prompt.
And it was lucky, really, that Keanu turned up because it was a big and hugely important part of his character's arc that he has to say "whoa" once an episode.
Fantastic. So let's go get working on that, Nathan. And that is what this whole podcast was about, right?
Yeah, of course.
The Jolly Johnny Bandits. So look out for that in the future, guys.
Look out for the Jolly Johnny Bandits on all the TV channels. Obviously, no one's going to reject this concept.
We're plugging it on all of the TV channels: Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with a deal where every single station, well, either every single platform will host it, or
Yeah.
we have to create a different version of the same show for each of the platforms.
Actually, no, I say we create our own platform that is just for the Jolly Johnny Bandits cinematic universe.
Bandit universe.
Yes.
Because obviously there's going to be a spin-off series.
There's going to be movies, series, T-shirts.
We're going to hire a diversity inclusion team, and they will help us to create the all-female spin-off, where it's a bunch of women wearing women's items.
Wearing women's items. What and where, please, Nathan? I would like to know.
I will explain it all in complete detail now.
Fantastic. This has been If You Had To, though. I have been Kyle.
And I have been Nathan. Mwah.
Was that a kiss?
Did you not tell?